rallying that one. I got one ready to go. So I'm gonna roll for the commit first. But yes, that will be tough because my leader is focused on the battle up front. So getting the order back to the rear is a little more difficult.
What's the big kahuna?
Well, Big Kahuna's here.
Oh, there he is.
Which I probably need
That's you.
I'm keeping him up here. But I'm saying the guy he's got to send it to.
Right.
So the orders are heading up, but now they got to navigate the battlefields. So that's a -3. But my Big Kahuna is a C. The guy receiving it is a 2.
Oh, I thought you were a B.
Oh, thank
Big
you.
Kahuna is
You're
a
right.
B.
I'm a B.
The guy receiving it is a B.
Is a B. So that's
But the guy
+4
receiving it is
in battle.
within 6 inches of the enemy.
So that's a -3. So I'm at a +1, but we're not reserve, retreating, or broken. Commit artillery battery from formation. But that's.
Well, it's in the reformation area.
Would you count that then? Is because they're in the back.
They are. They're not in the reserve, but yeah, they're far.
So you want to give them the 2? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So I was at +4, -3, +1. Add 2 because we're committing battery from reserve +3. So that's +2. So it gives me overall +3. And I need a 7 to make it work. And since the camera zoomed in on there, just trust me when I tell you I rolled a 9 anyhow, plus some points,
All right,
so they can come
committed.
out. Now he's committed, and I can commit them to the battle now. And
Well, they can go up to a full move, so it's like
Yeah.
a measure of whatever that.
Well, it's like 15 inches.
I think that's 15 inches. And he could be
Which
getting
is-
15 and unlimbered.
Which would put him up there, but there's like Russian people right there. So if I want to skirmish, I'm going to squeeze them in here.
Yeah, I don't think you can cut. Well, I mean, if there's
I
if there's space
think
there, yeah,
they're
I don't
gonna
think you
hit.
can run. I don't think you can run over.
But I
my own-
tell you what, though. Nope, I can't. All right, so here's how this works, team. I'm going to put them up here,
Yeah, he doesn't have to be unlimbered.
but they need to be. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, maybe they need to be unlimbered at some point.
I wanted to put them on the other side where they're unlimbered can add their points to the attack. However, by putting them where they are right now, I can't shoot with them technically unless they want to shoot their own guys, but that will give them their +1 on assessment checks. Because they're within 3 inches of a unlimbered, deployed, committed artillery. And
They are.
that puts you, I think you would be within that 6 inches or 3 inches of enemy or something. No, I guess that doesn't matter. I guess it's just if I'm within.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's another one of those things we need to look at. Because I think, yep.
Per enemy battery in short range. So that would give you a -1 on your assessment.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know why I'm worried about it because you can't shoot, but I'm
No, but again, it's just that -1 on
battery
assessment.
with this.
Right. I can't add any battle to
Oh,
their.
in arc.
Well,
Only
guess
got the in
what?
arc.
You know what 45 degrees is?
I know, but it's not a clear arc of fire.
Luckily it doesn't say. It's the fear factor.
Yeah.
Because those guys are going to
I
move
don't need
pretty
to see
soon.
that battery.
You don't need to see it. They're covered up.
They're
What battery?
behind a whole formation.
What battery? Oh, those guys shooting us. But I like the. This is one of those situations where I'll take the rule as written. It doesn't say it had to have line of sight. It doesn't. It just says within arc. All right, but we're not at that point anyway. We're just talking.
Yeah.
But
Trash.
yeah. So I.
All right.
I did
anyway,
one
so
leader
you did-
action,
you
which
did your
passed.
leader action, so
Now I
you-
get to try the rally. They are within 6. That's still a -3, but that's I'm at a +1, but it's a rally, not a commit. So I think I'm just a +1 on that.
Right, you're just trying to rally.
Just trying to rally, and that's a roll of 4 and 5. So no, they don't rally. And
Leadership fail.
that would be unless I have any other freebie leader actions, which I cannot think of a freebie leader action at this point. So I think I'm done leader actions.
Okay. So, this is a rather desperate situation, right? in a sense. The first leader action I can think of is the reserve artillery needs to commit these pieces.
Yeah, if they have room. Well, you got some room over there.
I do have some room.
You got
But,
some room.
the room I'm thinking about is
Like right there?
that
Yep.
and that.
Okay.
Because he's a
Yeah.
non-entity
Your
as
little-
far as space.
Yeah, your little leaders are free moving. Can we see what you're doing? Let me shift so we can see what you're talking about here. Okay.
I don't know, but these leader actions are pretty. Commit an artillery battery. Oh, and they're in the reserve, so at least I'll get the +2.
You get a +2. Yep.
So they might be able to do it.
Yeah, I don't think that would be.
All right, nay. +1 to the artillery commander who's standing back here as a B. +2, so +3. There's no fatigue on those artillery anymore. But the -3 for within 6 inches of the enemy is certainly applying. So that wipes out all the pluses, but they're committing from the reserve, which is a +2. I roll a low off a lot.
Side note, I won't tell Tom, but I think I forgot to apply the fatigue to my last roll. But I think I rolled.
I don't know if it would have changed anything.
But I think I rolled high enough that with the -2, because I still had like a +3 when it was all said and done on the. I failed the one, but on the one that passed, I think I rolled high enough, and my bonus was high enough, so I think it would have been okay. Well.
7-8.
Okay, so they come out. Boop. I'm okay with that because my cavalry is just gonna run right into them.
And the next battery.
Six, 7, 8.
8 again.
Perfect. I think we can see that. Apologize if the angle isn't the best, but my arm gets tired after holding all that for a while, and I don't want to give you shaky cam too much this time.
All right,
But
let's see.
I think if I
what
lift it up
else?
just a little bit, you can kind of see what it looks like from that angle. Nice. So if you can tell, if I put my finger in here, there's the artillery he just deployed facing my oncoming artillery. That's where we're at. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Next is, well, this won't come up until an order conversion, but the dang cavalry are going to have to move again because they're on support of that battery. Well, and they're behind the battery, so whatever. I'm not going to do anything there, so the question is, do I want to? Now I'm gonna go for commit this battery because what the heck? It's like getting to the point where we're running toward the end, and you're
Might as
sitting
well.
in front of me.
Yep, I'm on you.
8 again.
So,
I still have the same
it's lucky.
plus. Oh, he was already committed. I just didn't.
Oh yeah, he was
because I
already
put him out
committed.
there. I don't, so
Yeah.
now I don't know if that's
So you just have to just
that's
unlimber him if you want.
unlimber him in when it comes to the move.
Right.
So I don't do anything. So I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't have to roll that.
All right, that's fine.
So he was already out there. And better or for worse, Nay takes
Thought?
Let's see, how do I do
Thinking?
this?
All right, I'll pause for the thinking because people don't like the thinking part
Yeah,
that
no,
much.
that's good.
Yeah, we
You
don't.
probably see a whole lot of smoke.
All right, here we go. Okay, so
It says they must have a rally and reform status and be further than 900
okay.
yards from the enemy.
So
Well,
here was an
I'm not.
original thought which sounded good, but I thought I'd chime in on this. So what Tom was thinking of doing was attaching Nay to one of those units and do the inspire action, which would cause one of his units to leave that formation. However, he could then recover 2 fatigue, which would be great leading into the skirmish and then the combat phase. That would give him a little cushion for the upcoming fight. However, just upon further clarification, you can only do that if the unit is in the rest, rally and reform status.
And
that-
900 yards away.
And 900 yards away. So it was a good idea, but just not quite. Not quite. Okay, so we'll put you back on pause. I just thought I'd share that thinking. It was a good idea, but not mechanically so.
Yeah, get in there.
All right. So because we're going to wind it down, we're getting ready to wind down. Nay is going to lead from personal command. He's going to attach. That way he can add his +2 tactical rating to the combat, which is a very scary thought. However, my tactical rating of my overall leader is also a +2. So this might be a good time to attach to my other strong unit. Because my unit up there is the smaller of those 2 forces. So you would think I would want to add up there. But they're not actually close enough for combat. Do they move to attack? Are they going to move forward? Or are you going to convert from a defense?
You're on defend.
Well, you were on move.
You can do some counterattack.
Right.
I'm on defend now.
So if you
you're
attach,
within
though, there
close.
really is no benefit because that tactical rating you have only applies if they're in combat.
Who says I'm not going to be in combat?
Wow.
Why wouldn't I be? You're within the 6 inches.
But you're on a move.
No, I'm on defend.
Oh, I thought you were on a move as well. I
When
thought
you
were on a
got
move.
within 450 yards of me,
You
I
converted to a
converted
defend. So he's thinking he might come charge. So I might put Ravsky up there. Okay, so this is the go big or go home. Okay, are you done with your leader actions?
I jumped in there
Yeah.
and my artillery's going to deploy in the move
Right.
section.
And
so
I brought an artillery up there. You know what? And that's, you know what? Let's do it because I did bring my supporting artillery up there as well. So we're going to have a huge fight in the middle, plus the formerly supporting unit, which is now on attack. Yeah, this is the big fight is in the middle. This fight off to the side that is off camera. That's kind of that's a thing. But the big fight's going to be up here with my smaller center unit. So let's do it.
It's a side thing now.
It's the focus now because all the bad boys are up here. So whoops, just broke your artillery. Get up here, boys. And he's now going to attach to the front. They're all up here. So he's taking personal command. He said, oh heck no, Nay. Not today, Nay.
All right.
Because it rhymes.
So, end of leader actions.
Yep, they're there.
Order conversions.
That would be you. Did you want to have them gentlemen's push forward into an attack?
Well, I don't have to do an order conversion.
Well,
They
that's
can
just a-
counterattack within 450 yards.
What is a counterattack? You're using terminology that is unknown to me. Is there a counterattack? I thought that's what the order conversion does, is from defend to attack if they're within.
Just look from defend. They're not converting to attack. They're still staying on defend. It gets back to
Yeah, I
your
think you're
situation like early in the game when you're talking here, like the only ones who can reach out to 6 was your front line to
Yeah.
get these. But heck, everybody's within 6 around here.
That is true.
So it's just they're still going to be on defend and they're
Yep. Formation may push. The formation may move. Yeah. So I guess they're still on defend. They just move to contact the enemy. Yeah, that's true. So as long as you're within 450. Okay, so you'll still stay on defend, which is great. If you want to move some people there 6 inches within that 45-degree arc if you want to do that then.
So that's not a conversion.
It is not a conversion.
But I might convert something.
Okay, so it's not a convert. Sorry for the shaky camera there. So this is where we're looking. These folks are on defend. So no, it's not a conversion, but they can move. But I think that would happen in the move segment. We're still looking at the order conversion portion.
So these guys are still on a support of this artillery,
Okay.
which when the move comes, to support the artillery, they're going to have to change facing, because either going to have to be behind them going that way or to the side of them here. But that won't come up to the move. So they won't, they're not going to do anything now. If they convert to an attack, then what's 450 yards? I mean, there's hardly any space. Again, I'm back to that area where I might get one guy over onto that flank.
We are very crowded in here now.
So nope, nothing going for order conversion. Now we're on move. And on a move, precedent goes to cavalry on attack.
Yep. Which I have.
So you do. So they'll
So
move first.
I will set you down. Here you go, people. All right. And we were talking about that, like how to shift and move, but essentially, I mean, he's going to go just straight in.
Yeah.
And he's going to come in.
Yeah.
And then...
I think he gets to the side of that unit right in front of him. Boom.
Right. I mean, because... yeah, honestly, I think... Because this would be 45. The camera angle can't see it. I mean, you could say he's within 45, but at the same token, it would be probably just as crazy to just go charging that way.
So far, okay. That's it.
If he moved in here to 45.
That's a side-to-side touch, not a front to...
Okay, but it's a 45. Okay, we'll just go forward. You know, it's last turn. We'll just go forward. So all the cavalry comes. Okay, so my cavalry
got the first move.
They just forward, charge forward into the fray.
Now there's move.
Charge of the light brigade.
And so next order precedent would be the retreat. Then we don't have any broken, and then everybody else is. You're on attack, I'm on defense, so I'm not moving, so you can move up whatever you want right there.
And that's this group here. So this was the only other reason I was thinking of attaching my Ravsky to this unit, because this is a much larger unit, but they really need that leadership up here because they're a much smaller unit, and I think they will benefit from that +2 to counteract Ney. So this group, yeah, I'm going to set you down again. Village is in the way, my apologies, but you get what you pay for in terms of photography. Yeah, well, and it is straight ahead, essentially. I don't think I can wiggle my way. I mean, well, it is all of that.
It's
but just to square
towards
up.
your objective.
And it's just to square up. So, is he?
I don't think there'd be any issue with getting out there.
I mean, because it's like here.
That's not going toward his objective.
Well,
I could give you like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because I think that would like get him on the edge of the objective. And
okay, so we'll say here. So line up.
I mean that.
Now this one
would be good. That's part of this formation.
So he could come up here.
You're not going to get another unit in between those.
Well,
two.
I tell you what, I'm going to.
But you might want to have supported units.
I am going to put 2 on him, and I'm going to support. Is this
that could work?
Is this touching?
I don't.
I mean, the intent was to
not
square
to just square up. I'm
and
okay
then put 2 here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Support this guy and put 1 on the artillery because I want to get artillery fatigue.
Yep.
And then he pushes up. And no, they don't have artillery support because we failed that portion. So here's what I did. I think they're past the house now, the village. Yeah, let's see if I can get the camera here. So technically, like I wanted to push this end unit out, but that would be moving away from the objective. So basically everybody just kind of moved forward. So this unit over here goes untouched, but the fighting will be from his
So he's supporting.
cross here, kind of a thing.
All right.
So
So now this is a defend to defend, but local counterattack. So I guess this is like, are you intending to come up and attack? Or are you just going to let me walk up and attack? Because if they're both going to go forward, then they're both going to meet in the middle somewhere. But if you're standing,
we'll meet you in the middle because I'm on to defend, so when I'm allowed to move up. So we'll meet you, we'll just push
and
up.
again, this is like one of those we're going to square up.
Right.
And so he's going to go up. Because that's what he can do.
And simply because you said you wanted to move up all the
And
way.
he's already attached, so he's not going anywhere, and he's
Yeah.
coming up in support,
So just to spite you, I'll meet you halfway.
and he can't even get anywhere. But he, on the other hand, can get there.
Okay. He's been waiting all game to get that infantry battalion.
That one guy that's sitting back there that I was
All
ready to
game.
just trash and say, I'll take 2 fatigue off, and
Yeah, that was the one he was going to sacrifice, but that unit's been sitting there all game, and now is their moment to shine.
he was committed, so he moves and unlimbers.
So I'm going to put you all down. Yeah, so like I said, this center action is what's going to determine the game, I think, in this middle part here. Because my Russians have a lot of fatigue, and I'm not sure how his French are holding up, so it's going to be...
Oh no, I think he just unlimbers.
yeah, you can just...
Right there.
Right, wherever he... Well, you can move him in a number where you want.
Well, he wasn't unlimbered, he was committed.
Right.
So he's moving, and I guess he can.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I just want to make sure I'm within supporting.
Yeah, yep.
All right, and so that's that. That's a cluster.
It is.
And these guys are, because they're on support of the artillery battery, which should be off to the side or to the, I guess I'll stay in,
It's hard for them to move.
stay in the rear, but
Well, I mean, they could move up to the side and come around. It doesn't say it has to be a straight line to them.
yeah, I think here's what they might want to do. Like you did, somewhat position for the future.
Right.
So whatever might go down there, who knows? Commander says get over here. This is the artillery commander. That's this infantry commander. That's the big kahuna who put himself in harm's way. I think that's done.
Yeah. Okay. Now, movement. Then, if that's all movement, we would check for ploy, deploy, which I don't want to ploy anybody, and I don't want to deploy. And I'm assuming you don't want to ploy
I
up.
don't think I do.
And then fatigue recovery, I don't think anybody is far enough away to recover if they were on defend. So that would end the movement segment. Then artillery and skirmish would be next. So we would go ahead and check that. And I think, should we just go ahead and maybe check this one over here?
Yeah, let's go over there. It's
Okay.
one formation to one formation in this case.
Right, this other one's going to be...
This time I'll try to remember I do have that light thing that...
You're light, you're +3.
Yeah.
Okay, please do, because I do not have that. So I'm just looking at... Well, since they're here and that's part of the
Doesn't matter, it's all
formation.
part of the same formation.
Well, that's what I'm
Everything
saying. So I
added
get to
together.
count that. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
So you're going to do an assessment. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and I think 4, so 19.
All right, so that's guaranteed a -2 on the assessment. I got a guaranteed -1. Depends how we roll. But I'll start with mine because it's 10. 10 plus 15, so that's not much.
One
assessment.
on me, and 19 plus it's 24, so it's
All right, 24. So I'll have a -2 on my
-2
assessment.
to a negative.
All right, so that's important. Leader check, or am I jumping the gun?
Yep, leader check.
Leader check. I rolled an 11.
Yep, I rolled
See?
a 9. Nobody got killed.
Okay.
No one got killed. All right, he's a B up there. Yeah, he's a B up there. He's a +2. You got 1, so -1, so he's still a +1. Fatigue I got 3.
Oh yeah.
So that's now -2. I got a battery in support. What was I at? -2?
I think you said -2,
Yeah,
and
so
then
I
your
got one battery in
so
support.
-1
So I
now.
got a -1 now. I think I'm done.
So roll that snake eyes.
Roll 12s.
Well, it's a 4, which is the
that
bad one.
Sucks.
Yes.
That's another fatigue.
That's 2 fatigue.
That is 2 fatigue.
That's the good one. That's for me. That's great. I don't know what that puts your total fatigue at.
2 puts me at 5.
Which you still have more than
1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5. I have 6, but the battery is going to retire.
Oh, guys. This is good. I should say,
And
ladies
so-
and gentlemen,
He retires. That would put him at 100 when we.
but we haven't hit that point. But
No,
only during combat.
Yeah, we didn't do combat.
Can't do that yet. Yes, but that's good for me.
Well, we got to take assessment.
but now I
That
gotta
may
check.
not be good for you.
Now I gotta check
I
my
don't know.
right.
I mean, he's got some fatigue.
Well, he's only
now,
got
too.
2 fatigue. He's the 2 fatiguer, so he's okay. But let's check it out. So he's the leadership rating of C. So he's a +1. I do have 24 points, so I'm -2 on that. So I'm now at a minus.
Oh, since it is simultaneous, so that battery's still up there.
Yes, I won't
I was
forget the
about to
battery.
say, that was-
Right,
I think- I'll
it
pull
is
him out, but
simultaneous.
he's
Yeah,
still there.
I did remember he was there, but it is -2 FAP, so I'm at -1 because of my -2 fatigue. The
right.
battery was in 6 inches because we had moved up.
Oh yeah, he was.
So now I'm at -2. -2.
All right, so you
I'm
were
-2.
you were a C
Yep.
+1, and there was 24 points on. you,
Oh,
so
yeah, I
that's
forgot that. So maybe
negative-
-3 altogether.
-1,
And the -2 fatigue.
and that would be -3.
So I'm at -3.
But there's also the enemy. Oh, I think I got that. I don't know if I added that to me.
Let's see. The
I
enemy
I rolled 5. I don't think I added +1 for the.
I don't know if you did. Go ahead and recheck.
Because this is the roll. We know that.
Right, you rolled a 5.
Okay, so I was a B +2 and 3 fatigue at the point, I believe. So
Right.
that rang me to a -1. And fatigue, but I did the fatigue. Let me do this.
Sure.
way.
We'll pause because people don't like math.
Yeah.
Okay, so not that people don't like math, Eddie doesn't like math. So we were good on Tom's roll. We double checked my calculations for mine. I'm at a -4 because my leadership is C, -2 because of my fatigue. That puts me at -1, -2 because of the combat rating for shooting. I had 24 against me, so -2 for that, and -1 for the enemy battery. So my +1 offsets the -5. So I'm at a -4 rolling. We roll a 6. Oof. 8. So -4 is a -4. So that's 2 fatigue, which is bad. But other than that, I don't have cavalry with it. My artillery is already back and needing a rally, so they're fine. But I gain +2 fatigue. That puts my unit overall at 4 fatigue, and I've got 1, 2, 3. Is this mine? Yep.
Yeah.
4, 5. So I do have 5 units. Yep.
You're good.
Okay, we're good.
So far.
Yep. And we made his artillery retire, so good. Good, good, good.
All right.
They're done.
Now for the next.
Ooh, the big one.
Craziness.
This was the big one.
All right, so there's 2 formations here. Well, I have 2 formations. You have... He can fire, I think. All he needs to do is be within 6, and it doesn't say anything about a clear lane
No,
of fire at all when you're doing that.
no, it just, yep, 45 and a,
But they fire at the closest, well, I mean, they're pretty equal distance.
So-
But if you wanted to get the most effect, it would probably be here, because I think both of these are within 6. And he wouldn't be
No.
within 6.
right, I don't want to split between the 2 formations like that, so they'll concentrate on the, well, shoot, well, the only good is for the combat, yeah, the
And
shooting
these are
will,
attacking
yeah, and they don't shoot.
cavalry.
So we just have my two Jaegers will shoot at the artillery. So I'll be 1 formation shooting that formation.
So he's not going to shoot because he has attacking cavalry on him.
He's not?
No. Isn't this back to the thing we talked about when a cavalry is attacking? You don't get the skirmish
But can't he
modifier?
shoot at the infantry in front of him?
No, I don't think he does. I think he doesn't do anything. He's not added into anything. I mean, this guy, maybe. He's within 6 and, he's not threatened.
Right?
Don't hit. He's okay. He's not threatened, but whatever he does is over here.
Yep.
And I'm not even going to use him, I guess, because I have to decide he's part
Which
of this formation.
Right,
and,
that would be splitting.
I wouldn't be using the D12 and these guys for that. I'll take, 2 batteries here.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that's how it would go. I mean, so no fire. I mean, he could get that, that's part of that formation, but then that would just be no D12. The D12 is going to go here, but the points would go here.
So that's the only downside to kind of splitting your troops. I mean, great.
Right. He's going to get the D12 and these 3, 6, 9. But these guys can't get another D12. They can just put the points on.
Point, but that's not enough to cause a check.
Well, but they're going to get points here too.
Yeah.
They're going to add, I think, all that to the to the target there. Because he's part of that formation. He's not able to fire. Right? I don't know. This right here is 16 and 4. So that's 20 without the roll.
Yeah. That's
all right, I think that's what I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'll put this aside. I don't know what the heck.
right.
It's
Well,
up
we could
now.
do this section here first.
This right here is just a whopping 9.
Right. I'm gonna put you down so I can go play.
And I think, wouldn't you be
2,
2, 4, 6, 8?
Yeah, because those are not my lights. Yeah.
And he is an L.
But he's part of.
8 plus 3 is, yeah, well, he would get a separate. If you put him in, he would.
Well, then he
it'd be these 2 rolls. They would roll all their points with a D12. He would roll 3 and a D. 2D12, and they would combine up on this formation. Unless you're shooting here, because he shoots at.
I was thinking to have both Jaegers shoot at
45 and closest, and they're both pretty dang.
And that's why I was saying I would split the Jaegers off to help to shoot at the artillery. But that would be a +6. I mean, I'd still have to roll, but this would be. So you're saying 3, 5, 7, 9.
Well, no, this would be 2, 4, 6, 8, and a D12. This would be 3 and a D12 if they shot here, and they would add up to whatever.
Right, the total. Yeah, you're right.
Or this would be, 8 and a D12 on this, or 3 and that's within 6. 3 and 3, 6 and a D12 on the.
Yeah, no, I'm going to keep. I think I'm going to keep the Jaegers on the artillery. I really want to put pressure on those. I hate artillery, so I want to pressure them up. So I'll put the Jaegers there, and these guys will handle here.
All right.
Because that will at least force one assessment.
He can't fire because artillery.
Okay.
They're firing there. Artillery's firing obviously here, and it's just a matter of. I can't do D12s with them, but I mean that would be 3 and 6 points going with whatever they get.
Okay.
That's it. All right, go ahead, do your worst.
Okay, so
you got 2, 4, 6, 8 plus a D12, right?
Yep. Great. So that's
8.
So 12, 13.
Yep. So you got an assessment.
So that's the assessment and a -1. Yep. I didn't think, even with adding the 3, I didn't think I would reach 20 to force a -2. So
9 coming back at you.
Okay. That's good. That's still.
It's still an assessment. Hey, guess what? Now we got leader fate, and they're both attached in this combat to these guys getting shot at.
But I feel confident. No snake eyes.
All right, so 4s.
Oh,
they takes a bullet.
I saw that one. I was like,
it bounced back. Yeah, he was gonna live, but it bounced back.
There we go. Oh, not even close. 9. All right, so no. Russian stoicism works again. All right. So I'll go ahead and do a check. I'll do an assessment check first. So I've got. Now that's my.
I'm going to take an assessment for my leader casualty, and then I'm going to take the one for.
Wait, no, you didn't roll snake eye. Oh, he's personally commanding.
They're all personally
okay, so that's right.
Here. It's
so
-4.
for those looking at the cheat sheets, there is a -2 when an army or force commander personally commands the formation. So it's -2 to his roll. He rolled a 4. -2 is a 2.
Yep.
But a 2. But it's a commander harmed on a modified 2 or less.
And then I have to roll what happens to him.
Right. So he does have to make a check. Oh, but he rolls a 7, which is unhorsed and stunned. Command converts to defend.
Who cares? I'm on defend anyway.
He's okay with that.
I'm stunned.
So
I'm still in there though.
Yeah, that was almost cool.
And Nago's in stunned to most of his combats anyway.
Yeah. Stunned or drunk?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Well, he's got PTSD.
Oh, okay.
Coming out of Russia.
Yeah, this is how he.
This is Russia. He's not out of it yet.
You're right. This is how he got.
He's looking forward to a bad
This is the prequel. So C. All right. So my guy.
All right. So my guy was not too bad. At least he didn't get eliminated. He's still there.
He's fine. So my guy is a B. So I'm at a 2. Make sure that is the right guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, he's a 2. +2. We're not outflanked. But what was your total points? You had 9 plus what? 8. So that's like 17, I think you had. So that's only a -1. You didn't get the 20. Okay. So -1 for that. But here comes the fatigue, -4. So I'm at -5. I'm at a -3 overall right now. There's a lot. Okay, he's got committed artillery battery. So I'd be at a -1. But I have a committed artillery. So I'm at a +1. The 2 artillery batteries cancel each other out.
I got, I think, another -1, because not only is it in short range, it might be enfilade fire, because it's on your side. Roll it and see if it even matters.
Yeah, we'll see.
What did you wind up at?
So it would have been, what did I say? 4. I got -4 for that. That canceled out. So I think I'm at -2, and then the comp. I'm at a -3 right now.
You were at a.
Because I'm at 2 for my guy.
He's a B? I thought he was a C. I don't
No,
know. No, he's the good guy. That's
he's the
right.
good guy, so he's a B. And then we have 10 points,
Yeah,
so that
now
puts
he's
me at
still
-1.
He's still a +1.
And then when I subtract my 4 from that, so I'm so that's -3.
So
And then our artillery cancel each other out unless you add in the enfilade, which, fine. Yeah, I did let you move them up there.
you're -3 or -4.
But we'll see how
Maybe it
bad.
doesn't matter.
Let's see. Depends on how well I roll. Well, that's a 9. So either
So -3 is a 6.
and even that at -5,
-4
it's
would
still
be a 5.
it would still be the
fall in
same number. 1 fatigue, which is still bad for upcoming combat. So we'll put that magical 5th fatigue on them. And I don't have impetuous or anything like that, so I don't have to roll for them to run away.
All right. And then so coming back to me, I think I'm a C now.
Because
I
you
took
attached.
personal command.
Right. And mine, yeah, because mine is a good leader.
Yeah, you're still +2.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a +1,
Right.
-1 to get me to a 0. I have 3 fatigue on this formation. The artillery are a wash. And I think I'm in the same situation. I was thinking myself, same -3. And I suck.
You rolled,
A 1.
which is, well, that's
2 fatigue.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say that could be worse. That's not that
And the
bad.
artillery battery retires.
Yeah, I mean, that's nothing.
Battery retires. Somewhere over here. Okay. That takes care of that section. Now you're firing at 6 plus 2d12 on this artillery.
Right. And that's what we mathed out earlier. So let's see what happens to the artillery here. 6 plus, so 16. That's
All right.
just that is a check.
An assessment there. All right, and I'm not firing at that. Well, I am firing at that unit, but
Right.
over here. So I would have 6 with no D12 because the D12 went over with these guys. And 16 and 3, 19. So 6, 19 plus 2d12. 19 and 8 is 27, and 6 is 33.
33, okay. All right.
All right,
I'm writing that down. So 33, that's bad.
And leader fate. There's my guy. He's
Okay.
there. He doesn't
He's
get
just fine.
killed.
I'm good.
All right, so this time you're firing at my artillery. He is a B +2. You did 10 points, so -1. I'm at +1. No fatigue. I guess there is an enemy battery there.
Then
So
6.
that's,
Yeah.
just a straight wash now, no pluses or minuses. I don't think her friendly, I don't give my own friendly batteries, so I don't get any pluses. Straight roll.
Okay.
So
7. That's good.
that winds up being a whopping.
And I don't think they retired.
1 fatigue.
Yep, nope. Which is good.
Now
For you, that's
already-
pretty good. Okay, but now I am much worse off as far as that assessment roll coming up, because that's a C rating, so +1. Now you did 33, so that's -3, so I'm at a -2. Let me put down a little 2, -2. And with fatigue, they already had 3 fatigue. Oh, did you put fatigue in? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 3 or 4 fatigue on them. I don't remember what it is.
But I'm at -5 now. Yeah, that's horrible.
And
But you got an artillery there,
I got 2.
so that would my artillery cancels out one of yours, but the other one goes. So I'm at -6. Oh, I'm at -6 to the roll. This is going to be bad. I have a feeling. 8, so I'm at a 2. So yeah, that would be the 2 fatigue. Now, because infantry and cavalry actually took part this time, it's bad either way. But I'm going to put 1 cavalry fatigue, 1 infantry fatigue. I think that's one of those things, is how do you split it up? But I would say this time, since they both participated, we'll split it. But still, it's 5 fatigue overall to the unit. Which means when we come to the end of this combat, it's very well that they might melt away into the night, because
Cavalry can evade.
true,
Whether or not that makes a difference,
but they want to fight, because they're going to go right into combat.
they want to fight.
They want to fight. Okay, so I think that's all the skirmish.
All right.
So again, that didn't really hurt you all that badly this time. This time you rolled well.
I think that is all the skirmish you did. I
Okay.
just hung on. So now it's combat.
Now it's combat, and now this is
You're on an attack,
we are.
so you decide.
All right, and we've actually got.
Oh, I mean, they're on defend. I mean, they both moved up on defend, so they're not on attack.
We would probably
They're on attack.
we would check leadership
And they're on attack.
and then possibly roll, but the one's on attack. So why don't we just start with over here
Okay.
and work our way around. So we would have the cavalry. Yeah. I would say because I'm facing your artillery, so.
I am. It's only going to be 2 units on 1. That's all the difference. So that might help me for something, but. Because I got a tactical rating of nothing with my artillery leader.
And I've got
my
a 1.
artillery's a 4.
And I'm a 6. And I've got shock this first time up. So that gives me a +8 to start things off with.
How many fatigue?
Oh, but yeah, subtract that. Oh, let me see. Against artillery is versus artillery per 4 fatigue is -1. I have 4. Well, I got 5 fatigue, so I'm going to be a +7.
And I'm going to be a 4, a +4, and a Well, no, you got multiple units on you. Another -1.
Well, that's true. There is one infantry off to the side. So I'm a +6.
And I'm a +4.
Okay. So,
Right.
so
I rolled crappy again.
So 13. Oh, but it's only a difference of 2.
7.
So you got a 7 to my 13.
That's a big difference.
Oh, that is a huge difference. So that's a difference of 6. So, but it's you. So you're on the lost 4 to 6 column. I'm on the 1 by
More than 4.
4. So that is infantry versus cavalry whole. Otherwise, break through. So my
Well, you got some infantry in there.
yeah. So I guess I could hold. Yeah, since you was a mixture,
You would hold,
We'll hold.
and I think you would fight again against that infantry.
just that infantry, right? And then what does that artillery do?
The lost by 4.
Yep. If unsupported route.
Entirely supported. Well, I don't know what the heck. I mean, there's an infantry unit behind it, but I don't know if that makes a difference. If unsupported route to reformation there, and add a fatigue. If cavalry retire and add fatigue.
How close do they have to be for support?
Heck if I know. Well, there's one right here.
Right.
And they're on support
how-
too.
So it's
And-
like, how close do they need to be for?
I don't know. They don't overlap their frontage. The only ones that overlap are these guys here. Do they give support? I don't know. But this is the last turn anyway.
I mean, to me, I would think it would be support if they were facing
and so
their buddies.
he's going out to route or whatever.
Yeah, lost. So it retire. Oh, if unsupported, route to the Reformation area and then add a fatigue.
And he's coming out here. There's a fatigue. Now he's got 2.
Okay.
Now you're in a situation where that infantry guy's left.
So we could roll that one then, because they're still touching before I move to the next one, I suppose. Okay. Now, but that would be different combat value because now it's versus
And he's
infantry.
gonna change.
Because versus cavalry, it's every 2 fatigue, and I'm at 5 fatigue, so I would be a -2 with fatigue. So I would be.
And you're not getting shock anymore because that was the first roll of the combat. So you're getting leader
Yeah, I
and 6
suppose so.
minus whatever.
6, 7. So I'm at a +5.
I think I'm at 5, and that leader is. I think I'm a +6 because Nay's personally in there commanding the infantry.
Yep. Yep. My guy is on
And
there. Okay.
oh, but fatigue, and I'm versus cavalry.
And versus cavalry is 2 every 2, and I don't know what you had.
All right, let's see. I'm +5, 6. That formation has 5 fatigue, so -2. So I'm +3.
Okay. +3 to my. What did I have? 6.
You have 5.
5. So +3 to my +5. Okay.
Rolled lousy again, a 3.
Oh, hold on.
Doesn't matter, it's too far.
Come on, give me something better. So 9
Plus
and 5 is 14.
And a 3 plus 3 is 6.
So that's a difference of 8. That's
I can't roll.
That's
my
actually-
life on this kind of thing.
that's almost about the worst one you could get. But
A fatigue and route to the Reformation area, and the cavalry can do a breakthrough,
now,
which would be, I think, him.
yeah. So that would be just that one unit breaks. So just so people can see, because I had the camera down. Let me see if the old pencil can point. What we had done is we had just, yeah, there we go. That guy there routes.
Reformation area back here somewhere.
And he gains fatigue.
Yep, got the fatigue.
And that's important because when we get to the status, that guy he's got a artillery, well no, the artillery was a different formation, but that infantry reduces his overall deployed people by 1 against which fatigue, and his fatigue is adding up. So there's a chance that we might see both of these units falling back from the field of battle. I'm hoping. Oh, my fatigue is going skyrocket. I knew they were probably, this was it for them. I'm just hoping to put enough fatigue on you that they want to fall back.
All right, so it's a breakthrough, right?
It is a breakthrough.
So
push him up.
Is that him?
Push it.
Who goes there? All right, he's there.
Now the good thing is, if I continue to win, that is -2 combat losses for you right now.
Well, it's a combat loss on 1 artillery unit and only 1 combat loss on the infantry.
Oh, that's true. There's a separate formation. I forgot. Yeah, I guess we could do that. So 2 there. But
no,
now
the
this
bad
guy
thing,
goes.
the bad thing for me is he is now clearly in my in my reserve.
I'm clearly in your backside.
For that infantry unit, he clearly is.
Clearly, this time for sure. But
nay 6.
But the reason why, well, okay, I'm on the side. It's still not attacking your rear.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. Well, I was looking here. There's a nice attack from rear, but I'm actually attacking that guy from the side still, so I don't get the -3 for you there. Okay. So that guy, he didn't gain any fatigue from that.
Yeah, he got a break. Yeah, he just
But,
each time he just got a break through our
So
hole.
it's still just a -2 for fatigue for me. So I had 6 plus 1 is 7 minus. I'm still at +5.
And I am still a +3
Okay.
because I got 6 fatigue now and.
All right, here we go.
Positives.
6. So I won by.
5, 6.
So I won by 2. Because I had a
The
5. So I'm
difference
at
is
11.
2. Yeah, the difference is 2.
All right, but this time the horses will be. Cavalry, yeah, cavalry doesn't, its whole position, and the cavalry gains another fatigue. So the horses are tired.
Is retire and get it. Well, cavalry get fatigue. I just retire.
But
Well,
that still pulls 1 out.
that pulls him out of there. I'll pull him back there for now.
So
It's 3 inches because I can't put him here. I would
yeah.
go over here.
So definitely the cavalry, my advanced guard will fall back, but I think they're doing exactly what I would envision cavalry do, and that's just barrel through, cause mayhem, and then fade away.
Okay, so now you've got, again, artillery, 4. I got a nothing for.
And I only get -1
Tactical.
because of the fatigue. Now that's the first time they're fighting, so they get their shock.
Yeah, they would get whatever, 6 plus 1 for
6,
7.
7, 8, -2. No, -1 for the fatigue. They're a
Because they're
+7.
against artillery.
Yep.
I've got 4. Nothing for my leader because he's a 0. And I've got 2 artillery fatigue now.
And I think cavalry is every 2, so that's a -1.
So I got a +3.
Okay, versus my, what did I say, +7.
Whatever you got, because you got it. You're going in with a 6, right? And you got a shock as a 1, and you got a tactical.
Right, rating, and then the fatigue was -2, so I'm at 6.
6, 7, 8, minus 2. All right. What did I say? Just +3?
He's not smiling right now.
+3 for me?
All right, +3 for you, +6 for me.
This is going to be.
Oh, but I only got 10.
3. I got 9.
So I won by 1. So I rolled pretty bad, but I still won the fight. But that is a point of fatigue. Says I hold.
I retire.
And I do gain 1 more fatigue. So the cavalry are doing their job, but...
Well, retire. Where's that 12-pound battery that I needed to go back with? There he is.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Alright, now...
So it definitely looks cool. I mean, the cavalry they're doing a Lord of the Rings, and they're just bailing people out of the way. But they're really tiring themselves out. Alright. I think the last one is that cavalry versus that infantry there.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I've been messing up my my tactical rating.
Oh.
Nay's supposed to be a +2, but I've only been given the +1 for the C's because that's what I've been doing.
Oh.
All right, so
okay.
that may not have made a huge difference. It might have made like a difference early on between the 4 and a 5. Well,
Right.
Nay wasn't with. He only would have
Oh
counted with
yeah,
this
he wasn't with the
infantry. He
artillery at
wouldn't
that point.
count.
But
So
now he's with this one.
Now he's with this. So I remember this one. So tactical rating is +2, and he's 5, so that's +7. And I've got enough fatigue for -3 now, so I'm +4.
Okay. And I've got +1 tactical rating. 6 is +7. This is his first fight, so it's +1. So I'm at 8. But versus infantry, that's the bad part. It's every 3 fatigue, and I am now at 7 fatigue. So, well, it's still just -2. So I'm at +6.
Okay. And I was at,
+3.
don't remember, no, +4.
It's +4?
That's
Check it again.
5 + 2 is 7.
7. And then you're...
-3 for the fatigue,
Okay.
which is 4.
Okay, 4. So +6 to +4. That's fine.
Yeah.
We got it.
That's close.
That's good. Now that's a good roll
That's
for you.
finally a decent roll.
This
Yeah,
might be the end of me.
maybe not.
6 plus, I got 12.
I've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, you finally won one. 1 by 1.
8 and 5 is 13.
So you won by 1 this time.
One by
I
one.
finally rolled bad enough. But what that means for me is cavalry, that one retires, and we get another.
And I hold position, and
So
I
he
get
falls back.
nothing.
But that's okay because the rest of the cavalry. So that one finally stalled. Okay, I think that section of combat is done. So we could check for, I think it's now assessment
No, not yet.
because they're done.
Oh,
aren't they?
wait. The artillery is done, so they would assess, and you've got nothing else
Right.
with that. Yeah, so
Just that
my
section.
artillery would assess, and
My advanced guard will now
your
assess.
advanced guard would
Ugh.
assess. And my artillery reached 100%
Okay.
because they got two. They got 2 fatigue, and they only have 2 units.
I would love it if the other group finally assessed, but not yet. But I don't see anything that said anything special. I guess you're,
I'm already 12 inches away because I went back.
but they would just now be placed on
Now
a
they're in
retreat
an
status.
RT status.
Yeah. And there's the fancy tokens we talked about making, but we didn't actually make them, so we'll just have to remember they're on retreat. Okay, so he's on retreat. Now my status check, I think my guys are going to retreat too because I have a total of 8 fatigue, and I don't have near that many units. So actually, I think because on the board right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm double, so I'm actually on the break because I am past 1.5 to deployed units. Move the formation up to 24 inches from enemy. Replace orders with broken, and then cavalry picks up. So this, we knew that would happen coming in, but I think the cavalry did exactly what we expected. They ran out, annoyed the heck out of that guy, broke his
Artillery.
They didn't break him, but like made him retreat. But the cavalry, they pick up.
Oh,
So they're
he's
gone.
good.
I
He's
guess the
just
leader
leader.
can stay. But they're going to fall back too. So they got to go 24 inch. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So the cavalry is off. And then 24 inches back is going to stick them not quite off, right on the edge of the board. So they're gonna come back. They're done. I mean, I can go back, but it's like there's only 2 infantry units there. Now, technically, I can move them back here.
You can move the leader back with them.
Oh, we're moving up. I just figuring out where I'm going to move them. So actually, I'm not going to move them that backwards. We're going to move them 24 inches from the enemy, back in line. I'll show you here on the camera in just a second. We're going to put them back here. Okay, if I can bring them back, I just brought them almost kind of straight back in the path of the road to whatever we decided this area was, off the edge of the board. So if I can, you know what, I would have to do quite a bit to try and drop their fatigue. They'll have to change from their retreat to like a defend, and then just stay.
I don't think it'll be that bad. All your cavalry fatigue goes away because all the cavalry picked up.
Well, that's true.
And if you only have 1 or 2 infantry fatigue, then you're going to sit there.
Yeah, that's true. I got one. You're right. I got 1 infantry fatigue. So once I can convert them to a defend, because right now they're in, I have to personally attach, change.
So it's another one of those things where, okay,
yeah.
Transformation, what does he do? He started with 5 units. He's down to 2, but most of his fatigue was cavalry, which would have evaporated when they went.
Yeah, they just went. Yeah, good point. So that's not as bad as I thought. So they're back here. They just need to be rallied.
Yeah, and he's just a very brittle unit now because he takes 1 more fatigue and.
Right.
Well, that's it. I guess he can only take 2.
So now they're
kind of like my artillery.
They definitely. Sorry for moving the camera. Yeah, they definitely. Yeah, okay. They're not done, but they're kind of done.
They're not totally done, but just kind of done.
Yeah. You know, they're kind of like them, but not. Where's the rest of the? I was like, the battle is shrunk away. I couldn't find them on the camera. Okay, well then that means we've got this one to do. Oh, and then finally that one.
They got that. Everybody's got a lot of fatigue on them in this fight.
Yeah, this is getting near the end of the round. Yeah, I guess you know what, 10 turns probably is a realistic.
Yeah, this would have added then the end of turn 8.
Right. So a 12-turn game probably don't need it. 10's pretty good.
Okay. Well, you weren't attacking.
I'm on defend.
And I was on defend too. So it's a leadership rating to leadership rating.
Wasn't your overall leader a C?
C?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go.
I mean, the only ones fighting are these 2 because they're the ones lined up.
Well, and they should be the same.
And I don't think there's going to be that big.
No, I think they're the same. I think they're the Smith. Well.
Yeah, they're the same. There's nothing that line infantry and line infantry.
Yeah, even though one's a Smith.
Yeah, I think they're the same. Smolinski, there was nothing different. So they're just 5s. Yeah, nothing special. No lights or anything. No bonuses.
It's all a matter of how fatigue is going to work. Because I'm 5s as well.
And I've got a tactical of 1.
And I got a tactical of 2.
All right, and then with my 5. So I'm with. Oh, that's right. My boy's attached. So I've got a 2. I've got Ravesky.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I forgot about that. That's why I attached him. So I'm at a 7, but every 2 fatigue is -1 against infantry. So I'm at a 5. How much fatigue?
How much fatigue do you have?
5.
No.
How much?
5.
And I did add 1 to your infantry, so you should have close to 5 fatigue as well.
I do have 6 fatigue.
So you're -3. Oof.
So I'm +4 to your +5.
Yeah, it's still close.
For that first fight?
It's very close, yeah. Okay. I like to see your...
I stuck again.
All right, I love to see your bad rolls.
Becomes 9. I have lots of them.
But not as bad as mine. Actually, that makes us a tie.
Tie is +1 fatigue, fight again.
Yeah, +1, okay. But
so now you go down to +4.
So let me erase my cavalry fatigue because they're gone off of that guy. So I add a fatigue. So now
+4 to +4.
It's +4 to +4.
I didn't get changed.
But now that's my first combat loss for him, and that's a win for you.
A tie.
Oh, that's true. You're right. I guess a tie.
Nobody lost.
I just am so used to losing against you. All right, here we go.
With my rolls, I don't know how.
But that was a good roll. 7. This time you got a 10.
10 and 4 is 14.
Crap. I lost by 3. Okay, that is actually a loss. And that would be
7 plus 4? You're 11, right?
yeah, but we had the same number, so even
I'm plus 4 and you're plus 4. Yeah, we're both plus
so
4.
the number washes out. So
Yeah.
I mean, I still lost by 3 because 10 compared to my
Yeah.
7. So that's still though that is a retire. Back here, and he would
mine's
have
a hold
to.
position.
So that breaks that one finally. And then that brings us to this one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's supported.
Doesn't say anything.
That's
about
true,
being
it doesn't say
supported.
supported, it just says retired. So much for supporting. Suckers. Okay, so I added a fatigue. Yeah, so I'm now at 6 fatigue.
Still think that's the same. So it's like you.
Because I'm plus
Plus.
2, plus 5 is
So
7.
you're plus 4 and I'm still plus 4.
I'm still plus 4. So yeah, it's just a dice roll at this point. Okay, he rolled a 9. He's rolling good now. His dice are on fire. Mine are not on fire. This time I lost by, I got a 4.
Lost by 5.
I lost by 5. Okay, so, yep, Lady Luck was not with me this time.
Now I think it's retired.
It's bad now.
he's
Now
not
it's,
supported
okay,
anymore.
retire if supported, if unsupported route. So he does retire. Well, that's good. He's not routed.
Well, he is routed.
Nope.
Who's retired? Who's supporting him?
Nay. Come on. He's right there. Okay,
Bobrovsky.
so he then will be. Darn parnit. Okay, well, if I could, I'll just remember this guy.
And get another fatigue.
And a fatigue. But I think that breaks
But that ends
all
it.
combat.
Yeah, just now we're going to do assessments.
Oh, but that's bad. Because now I've got a lot of fatigue.
I get a lot too.
But see, that's what I like about this game, is even though there was some back and forth, won some battles here and there, the overall accumulating fatigue of a whole day worth of fighting, depending on how we roll, both of us could just retire from the field or retreat back to reformation areas. So that's what the assessment will decide.
Well, crap.
Yeah, because once we decide, because I've got more fatigue than deployed units on the field, so we'll probably retire back or put into a retreat status back to the reformation
You
area.
even gotten the extra fatigue from the assessments.
I know, and there's more. Possibly we could get more.
All right, well,
go
let's
ahead.
see what happens.
Yep, go ahead.
I am a C because I took personal command,
Okay.
so that's a +1. Fortunately, because the cavalry picked up, and that's the fight that happened first, they're no longer in my
They're no longer in your area.
They're-
Yeah,
they evaporated.
that was
So
actually
I'm
good.
good.
That's actually very good for you.
I think I got a combat loss in that unit because it's here. But that's only 1. So that doesn't get me any minuses yet. So I'm still at +1. But I've got 7 fatigue markers.
Nice.
And
So,
so
right now that's a
7
-6.
plus 1 is a -6.
-6. And I have, guess what I have that you don't have right now?
Right now you have an enemy battery.
Within that 6. Yeah, so that should be a -1 there for that too.
So I'm a -7.
-7. All right.
Oh, I gotta roll boxcars.
You
on
gotta
this.
do good. Let's see that roll of 3. Oh, it's almost a
10.
boxcar. Put you at a
-7 is a
Dang.
3.
He rolled a 10.
I get 2 more fatigue.
But that still might be enough to do something horrible. Okay, but now I gotta check mine. Okay, so my guy is a B, so I'm at +2. We're not outflanked. Per 3, I didn't get 3 losses.
Yeah, I think
But
you
my
got 2 as
I got
all
2.
contact.
But my fatigue is 7, so I'm at a -5. And I have a friendly supporting, so I'm a -4. -4. I mean, that's still bad. But let's see how I roll.
Snake Eyes would be nice.
3 is just as bad. So 3 minus 4, negative 1. That is actually, I don't think we've had a negative. This will be the first one. I'm not proud of that. Okay.
Artillery's retiring.
Yeah. And 4 fatigue. That pretty much will remove them too. Okay, so they're going to fall back here as well. It said retire?
Yeah, artillery retired.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Retire is good. Just got to rally them. But that 4 fatigue. So this was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. That puts me at 11 total fatigue, which is bad.
Okay. Status check.
Yep.
I've got a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fatigue.
And deployed, you
And
have
I've got
4?
1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think 5. Because he got to retire and he didn't get a rally with this guy. So technically he's still deployed. So I got 5 and 9. That's still more than 1.5.
So 1.5 says that they move 24 inches from the enemy and they're broken. And then if you had any cavalry, they don't. But I'm in the same boat, 24 inches back and broken. So I got to move everything to a 24 inches away.
It's way past my reformation area.
And I can leave.
I guess everybody's.
Now you can leave Nay.
I guess he's going to stay.
Because they don't stay attached. They don't have to stay attached if it breaks. So.
He says, I don't give.
But
about stinking.
These guys come back. They're done.
Well, he goes back too. Well, you know what? Everybody in the reformation area, I'm saying, is going back with him too. I mean, because that.
Yeah, me too. I'm moving. All the reformation, the whole unit goes.
All goes back. I'll put the.
You're right. When they see their buddies running by, they're like, "Oh, I'm out of here." Shoot, not today. And then that will. They are the reformation area, so their token goes next to them. Their leader is with them. And this guy, I think that's one of mine. He comes back too. So they're gone. With a small, alright, so we have broken from all the combat with a very minor defensive detail. And then we have, this is good because, again, the way the game plays, playing for the objective, not necessarily for the minor tactical victories. I mean, that all goes towards the overall goal of keeping the French from leaving the field of battle. And right now, I've put a significant amount up for them on their back legs. I mean, he still has some deployed forward, but I'm hurting.
Hey,
I don't have much of a defensive terrain.
A cavalry unit.
He's got a cavalry. I'm just saying, he's got them. But over here, though, this will be the next battle to see what happens.
Yeah.
All
right. So they shot.
Here we go.
They've done their thing.
Yep.
I think all these guys are now loaded up with fatigue too.
And I think mine have a little bit of fatigue, but not much.
Oh no, I thought they were all getting pretty high.
Well, wait a minute. That's a different. Oh, that's my first. They have 4. They have 4 fatigue. I have some fatigue.
All right, so they're
right
evened up.
Evened up. He's got 2.
You're on attack, so you can. I suppose you're on attack, so you can decide which way you want to go with it.
Yeah, we'll go because this is just a regular 5s as well. So I might as well just start here.
But no personal commanding there. I don't know who he is.
This is just some dude, but that's my first group. He's a +1.
Well, my guy's a +1 as well.
And then I have 5. I figured yours are 5s.
Yep, I got 5s.
So right now it's 6s, but I have 4 fatigue, so I'm -2. So I'm a +3.
I got 5 plus the 1 for the leader. So 6. I got enough fatigue to bring it down to +4. And if you're doing the 2-on-1,
I do have 2-on-1.
then I'm bringing it down to +3.
Okay, so your +4 to my +3. I don't have shock or anything.
I think my +3, no, I don't know. Is it +3 to +3?
What did I say? I had
You got
+1,
5.
and then that's 6 total.
Yep.
And I only, oh, wrong guy. 6, but I only have 4 fatigue,
Right.
so that would bring 6 down to 4.
Okay. And I think I had
And you're 3.
3.
So I mean, I'm only 1 ahead of you, so. And again, with the good rolling, but let's see here. Come on. Okay, so 7 plus my
Tie.
4. So 11, and you rolled an 8 plus 3. So it's a tie, so we each gain a fatigue. So I'm at 5 fatigue now. And where did that put you?
I'm at 6 fatigue now.
Okay, but that will give you another penalty.
Yep. That'll bring me down more, +2.
So +4 to my I'm +4 to your +2.
Nothing else.
Yeah, because I
Change 5.
if I get one more fatigue, it'll
6
change.
minus.
It's,
Oh, there.
Okay, but here we go, here we
Here's your
go.
Chance.
but I get to add 4 to this roll.
6.
So I got 6 plus 4 is 10.
And I got 6. Difference of 4.
Difference of 4. That means I break through, and I gain no fatigue on that.
So that is a loss by 4.
Loss by-
Retire if supported.
You are supported.
Get a fatigue.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to go. That's one of those metal ones up at the end here.
Okay. And then,
He goes back.
yeah, that's
And you
cool.
1 by 4.
So he moves again. Retire. Yeah. Yeah. Other, it makes me wonder for later though. But does retire? If what happens if they're not supported? Oh, route to reformation. Oh, so I guess retire. They'll just fall back to the guy behind him, I suppose. Yeah, that's right. Okay, but I have to fight again.
Oh, I didn't get a fatigue out of that then. I just got retired if supported. If unsupported, route to reformation area and add a
Yeah.
fatigue.
Wow, no fatigue for you. Okay. Well, lucky you.
Take it.
But the drawback for me is I've left my support.
You
in my,
you 1 by 4?
I won by 4. Because I had 11, you had 7.
Infantry
So you
versus
lost by 4.
cavalry hold.
Yep. Otherwise, breakthrough. Yeah. So, but I've now left the comfort of being supported. So if he retires, I mean, he'll come. But if I lose by 4, he's going to rout because he moved too far forward.
No, you're still supported. Because you got that overlap there on that other.
Well, it is just a little bit overlap, I suppose. Okay.
I guess. I
Well,
don't know
technically,
about
it shouldn't be overlap because
Oh,
if it's
that's
breakthrough, it should. He was.
that. Yeah, because
I didn't mean to overlap it. Yeah, it was meant to be just a straightforward to
Got
follow.
it. So now you're right.
But I am still a +4.
But anyway, that guy might still be supporting it. I still think isn't it within 3 inches or so behind him? And that's definitely within 3 inches.
Yeah.
He's still
I
support.
thought it had to be behind, but yeah, okay, that's fine. If it's
He's behind
within
him
3,
within 3.
okay, that's
easily
fine.
supported.
Yeah, if it's not directly behind, but okay.
All
Well,
right, I
I'm
don't think
+4.
anything changed for me. +6 minus 3 for the fatigue. And now there's not 2 units on me, so good. You're +4 and +3.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah, that's
7.
all
Okay,
right.
come on, come on.
10.
God, this is it. 3 plus my 4 is a 7, and you got
10.
Yeah. So I knew, but it's a loss by 3. So it is a retire regardless, but it does not say gain of fatigue. So he retires,
Yeah, and I am
and it doesn't say if
retire is up to
so.
6 inches, I think.
Right, which is
So he would just go behind. I think that
yeah. We'll just say come straight back. We'll just say here is cool. All right, but no fatigue, just retired.
Still there.
Still there, but
Next.
that breaks that set of combat. So now we're just down to this one.
It's still the same.
I think it's the same
Nothing
numbers because I
changes.
didn't gain any fatigue out of that. We
Yeah,
just
I
pushed
didn't
back.
Get any either.
So I think I'm just +4.
Now +3.
Okay.
I need some Locksmiths, that's not gonna do it.
Okay, well you
Oh, now
got
I took the
4.
horrible.
Oops.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Oh, 6 plus
Plus
my
4.
4 is 10.
So I lost by 3.
You lost by
You
3.
won by 3.
I won by 3. So again,
Your
I hold.
and I retire.
Fire. You just push back behind that guy.
No, and
No
that breaks
fatigue.
all the combat contact.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I didn't hold the camera up, but essentially, all we did was push each other back.
Around.
Yeah, we just kind of push each other around.
Now there's assessments.
Right. That's where the damage happens, is on the assessments. So, but that's what it looks like now before we check for assessments. So I wonder if I can put the camera right there. You can't quite see as well. Not sure which is better for you all. Right between the trees. Remember
All right.
that.
Well, I know even as it stands, I'm over 100% fatigued for deployed units. I got 5 up
5.
and 6 assessments.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 100. So depending on what I get here, I might. It's going to be the
So
difference
it's either
between
gonna retreat
1.5
or break.
or retreat or break. So yeah. Go ahead, check your assessment.
All right, a B is out there. He's got a +2. I don't think I took 3 combat losses.
I don't think either of us did. No.
Nope.
Maybe
But I've got 6 fatigue markers, so I'm now -4. There's no artillery involved in any of this, so I think I'm -4.
Okay. Let's see.
Ooh, that
That's
sucks.
a 0. A 0.
Flat 0.
Well, 0 to 4. That's
Is
on
a
the.
+2 fatigue.
Could be worse,
Could be worse.
but that might be your 1.5. But let me check mine. Okay, so I'm a C. I did not lose 3, but I do have 5 fatigue. So I'm at -4 as well. No batteries. So I'm at -4 as well.
Just hanging out there.
Just hanging out there. 8, so I'm a 4. I still landed on the bad side of that. So that's also 2 fatigue. So they go to 7 fatigue. Now, I have on the field 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we round up or down on the half?
5 times 1.5 is 7.5, right?
Yeah, so I mean,
And you got 7.
yeah. So I mean, one way I would be okay, because I would need 8 fatigue to be 1.5.
Yeah, but you can't.
So do I round that up?
You
or
can't get
down?
7.5. I don't know. Do they round up or round down?
Right, that's what I wasn't sure. So I'm going to say they round up.
Do we round half always up? Because usually at 0.5, at half we
Is
round
up.
up. That's
So,
all it is.
if
And then I think I'm in the same boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now I have 8 fatigue, so I'm clearly.
I think I'm a retreat.
I think I'm a retreat as well. No, wait.
Well, what's your 1.5? How much fatigue did you have?
1.5.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you've got
No.
5.
No, yeah, 1.5.
So you're.
I'm at 1.5. I got 6. I got 8 fatigue.
So you're just a retreat as well, I think.
I got 8 fatigue and 5
Units.
at 1.5.
Oh, well.
5 times 1.5 is 7.5. I'm over. So I think I'm on. Over.
I think we're just on retreats.
I think I'm unbroken.
Oh, you think we're on broke? So if you
And then you're.
well, if you round the fatigue,
It
So-
depends where you. Either if you round the fatigue to a certain number, I think
Right.
I'm still. Either we're both broken or we're not.
right? Well,
Since this is the last turn of the game, I'm going back.
we might as well just be broke. So we'll clear as well.
I'm just gonna brook.
So 24 inches.
I'm gonna say, yep. Tired. Done with this. Those Russians,
I'll
they
say-
gave me a thrashing. my artillery that was with them, going back with them too.
Five.
Of course, he's in the reformation area, so he's a little bit further out.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, because I had 5 on there, and, so, yeah, because, actually I think I'm just a retreat. I had 5 units,
1, 2,
I have
3, 4, 5. You had
7 fatigue.
7 fatigue.
So even if I'm at 7.5, that's only 7 fatigue. I know you can't have 7.5, yeah, so that's why we're saying, where does that half go?
Mhm.
Down or up?
So let's say you got 7 fatigue, and you have to get to 7.5. I think you're just not.
I think I'm just a retreat, but that would still be 12 back, well, that'd be the Reformation area.
Yeah, but the Reformation area would go back 12 as well. I mean, mine's
Well-
off here somewhere, but there's no.
Well,
it's
the
like it's
original
off.
Reformation was here.
Yeah.
We're here now. I mean, it's not much. I mean, we're in a retreat. I'd have to put my retreat token, but we're still on the board. You would still be on the
I'm
board.
still on. I got the
But
cavalry.
you would have to go back. Yeah, you're still on the board. I have people on the board, but a lot of my people. So basically, you're looking at an empty battlefield except for his cavalry.
Oh, except for Ney
which-
and Ravetsky staring
Right,
at each other.
They're looking at each other angrily, going like, guys.
All right, so now it's coming down to pistols or sabers. Your choice between commanders.
Well, let me look at my tactical rating. What did we say it was? I'm a +2.
Yeah, so is Ney.
Oof.
But he's a little bit crazy, so that might be.
That might be a bonus for you.
Could be.
What if we should just do a roll-off then? Because I still have infantry on the board. You have
Well,
cavalry
they're
on the
broken,
board.
right?
No, these ones are good. Remember, because once the
But
cavalry left,
they need to be rallied, don't they?
nope, because they're at all. They have
Well, that-
more units than
Yeah, their
fatigue.
fatigue went away with the cavalry.
Right.
So
they're in a
But they got one.
But I think they are in like a rest and. I think I might have to put them. How they got here was a retreat. So I think they're in a retreat.
They're in a retreat.
But no,
status.
they have more people than fatigue, so they're no longer in a retreat status. That fixed itself.
Maybe it does. So maybe they're just
Maybe
on
they're
defend.
not.
Maybe they're just right on defend.
But either way, they're on defend. And guess what? They're still on the objective, and you're not.
I'll come out and get you.
I know the cavalry.
I don't know how it'll take you a long time to get those
To
anything
catch
rallied
you,
out there.
right? It'll take a long time to catch you. So it might just come down to 2 dice versus your 2
Oh,
dice.
and I have to all I need is to get 1 fatigue off this artillery battery.
Right. See, he doesn't want to do this as a roll off at the end. But actually, let's look at the
Come on.
field.
Okay.
Let's summarize the battlefield after all that. So we have. I mean, he's got a artillery that he could bring back pretty easily, and a cavalry unit that's ready to go. I mean, so honestly, if he could get that cavalry off the field pretty good, but would that really be enough to secure a French victory? Just getting some horses past everything, but the bulk of his army is
They would have to
broken.
be like rally. Yeah,
Yeah,
these
you
guys have
know.
to rally. Now I can push some of your units around now, because I think in the the rules, if I start moving this cavalry up, retreat units in retreat status or broken status have to remain either 12 or 24 inches away from the enemy.
Right.
So in there I can start pushing.
Well, definitely
just
that
start
one,
riding
'cause
up, and
that's
they're-
broken.
They're going to go 12 inches back, and they'll be 20. Maybe I'll push them away.
You might push them away.
I don't, but I
But-
can't hold the ground.
But yeah, the bulk of them is back there, and once he got them moving again, since we're close to that 10 turn, this was turn 8. I mean, it would take a few turns to make that happen just to get the bulk of his troops moving forward. So even if he got that artillery and pushed them off, he still didn't reach wherever they're going.
So all those things happen, and the last thing in the turn that would have occurred would be the final order conversion.
Yeah,
And if they convert to attack,
yeah.
oh, there's my objective. They're going to go out there. They don't have to move it to get to anybody.
Yeah, but
Yeah, even at a full move, 45 degrees, I can only get about there.
right. Yeah, but I just I'm looking at that going, yeah, but it's going to take a while to get them moving again, and they don't move as fast as cavalry.
And then, yeah, they'll sit as a turn and do nothing because they, I guess, convert to a defend. They'll get 1 fatigue back. All right, that takes them in the same situation as your 2 infantry units, so it's like, great, I got 1 fatigue back. And then I'm going to have to, leader action them all back up to get them moving or do something. I'm going to have to change.
Yeah. I want to, I would say maybe a minor, what do they call it, a Pyrrhic victory for the Russians. They suffered a lot, but so did the French, but we kept the French from getting a majority of their troops off.
Yeah, they would have. Cavalry, the only thing that could probably get off, and since cavalry can't hold ground.
Yeah, it's not a happy victory. I mean, you could say a victory is a victory. If we were doing a campaign game, it would be interesting to see how this would play into whatever happens next.
So I would, let's say, move there next turn.
Right.
And then anybody on a broken status would have to go 24 inches back from there, so they would move back a little bit. They would still be, their only retreat, so I think they only have to stay 12 inches away, so they'd be good. And they converted to, I guess, a defend when they got back there, so they're sitting there on defend. All right, so that would end that turn. I guess I would see those units in front of me, and all right, charge them, move them off, right? So now it's these guys versus those guys. And I might be able to get 2 on 1, maybe. These guys already have 2 fatigue on them.
Yeah.
So only 2 more fatigue and they're at 100%. But if they get 1 more fatigue on you,
I'd be 100%.
you'd be 100%.
Well, it depends on how long it takes you to get. Well, let me see. What did we say they are? They're retreated. No, they're. I don't. Yeah.
That was just this last turn that ended. They just got there.
Well, they're on. So they're on
And they are going to convert to a defend. On
So if you convert, yeah, I
on
guess it
turn 9, they'll
depends.
convert to the defend.
So they might push
And on
back.
my move, I'd be up
And I think you
within
might be within the 12.
so they won't get, I don't think they
Yeah.
get anything.
They won't get their rest, I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. Yeah, great. Your cavalry could do all kinds of stuff, but,
We're going to do just some reconnaissance.
right.
Look around. The field was. We're going to tell Ney, come on back, and by the way, deploy that artillery battery on the ridge in case the Russians get frisky again. But I would say the Russians did their job. Because both sides, pretty much, you said Pyrrhic victory, both sides immolated themselves
Right.
in a clash in the middle of the field.
Yeah. I mean,
Which is okay. I don't know if this was, again, a pickup game, and so the forces were pretty well balanced. I think one had 16 and one had maybe 17 fatigue total they can take. If you're like on an attack, usually isn't it it's
Usually bring like
axiomatic
twice.
that you need at least 3
Double,
to 1
right,
at least
something
to
like
cover
that,
to prevail in an attack. Yeah, the French didn't bring enough force to do that.
Well, and if we had done something like that, an actual attack defend type of scenario, I probably would have been able to. We might have looked in the rules and done like maybe fortified. Come up with some. I don't know what they got in the rules for like
Well, you
field
might have put some
fortifications and
guys
stuff
in the
like that.
village for your
Right.
fortification. You would have maybe just left your
things.
battery set up and let them come to me, and I'm
not
stoic and I'll
have
get
pushed
you
forward.
+1.
Right. Maybe not have pushed forward as much as I did. I just pushed forward because I still like the tactical aspect of gaming. I still like to push and force the fights, but that might not be necessary because, I just did that because I wanted to fight. I like a lot of people want to push some dice, but tactically, I think the battles, if I hadn't moved, I think those battles probably would have still happened, but it would have been because you were pushing forward. Like that, instead of happening out there, I think some of that would have happened down here.
Yep.
Instead.
Very likely it would have
but
been the same.
But it looks well. So for those interested, I think a balanced game plays out pretty balanced. That's good. I don't feel one side felt lopsided or overpowered. he had good rolls. I had good rolls. It was a nice kind of balanced affair, and this is where we're at.
The only real difference might have been that I forgot my troops had the L
At the beginning.
so
Yeah.
when the skirmishing was going
That's
on, I
true.
was just using the +2, but the difference is only +3. So how much,
Right.
maybe it would have added one more fatigue, and then we would have both been talking about broken.
Well, but
out
that
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 side.
really was only during the skirmish that really matters, and that might have been like just a additional -1 on an assessment.
Somewhere,
It's hard to
you'd have to
say.
make that
It's
much
really
of
hard
a
to
huge
say.
difference.
Yeah.
That was the only, I think, advantage in troops with the L's. I was just looking at the name of the troops,
Right.
line or light, and then just taking that to be line or light. Not looking at if you got the
Characteristic,
L, the
right.
L battalion characteristic, then yeah.
Oh, I made sure I added every bonus point I could find. That's for sure. But overall, though, I still think that we had fairly balanced. I had really good dice rolls the first game, and I had some good rolls at the beginning of this one, and then the dice rolls kind of flip-flop. So even the dice rolls started to balance themselves out, and this is where we are. Well, I'll go ahead and stop it here because I only got a few minutes left. I filled the card this time.
Did you?
I did. I think this was a good one to film because if anybody watches this all the way through the end, I'll say the one thing is, over the past couple games that we've done prior to this filming and then the filming and then even today, I think we've really grown in the game in terms of struggling to understand how the mechanics work to now we're discussing how to apply the tactics the best way. I mean, I think our gameplay has changed drastically from those first couple of games where we said, this is stupid, to, okay, here's how we make these mechanics work, and our focus is totally shifted, I feel. I think the rules are now kind of secondary. In fact, we hardly look at the book anymore, and now we're discussing how to apply those tactics to best use them and not struggling with what do they mean. So I think we've come quite a long way. And it feels good. Well, that's all I got. Do you have a final thought?
Look forward to the next fight. I think we need to start moving to keep engaged in it. We need to move away from these pickup kind of games where we're just balancing
Should
them
I
off.
put you on there so people see your face when you're talking?
No, I don't.
You okay? Because otherwise they're just looking at yours.
I'm thinking we need to start moving away now from pickup games where you have essentially balanced force to looking at some of the scenario books that we have to fight actual historical engagements and have to deal with the decisions those commanders dealt with on that day of battle back in 1812 or whatever year we're going to play the engagement. So Eddie, get painting.
Yeah, get painting. Oh, so I don't have enough of the 10 yet to do a full. Oh, I mean, I gotta paint some of the 20s you gave me now.
No, I don't know.
I gotta paint something. I gotta get painting. All right, that sounds good. Well, thanks everyone. This is all about to die out. So again, one last look at the table. I appreciate all your time and commitment, especially if you watched all the way through or you just fast forwarded or whatever.
And next time I'll take the +2 superior
He will take
vantage
that
point for the T-shirt.
He will take it that time. All right, thanks everyone. Bye bye.